As we come back, it is the first installment of the 2015 season. Dr. Lou is ready to get it started. He's ready to tell you what he thinks about the upcoming season that begins tonight, and as only he can break it down. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Dr. Lou. There he is. There's Dr. Lou.
Dr. Lou, that's Doctor.
Dr. Lou is here.
The doctor will see you now.
Dr. Lou, hello.
Welcome back.
Now watch me flip on my TV. Watching pig skin on my TV. Now watch me flip on my TV. Watching pig skin on my TV. Now watch me, Lou, watch me, Lou, watch me, Lou, watch me, Lou, watch me, watching football.
Oh, my goodness.
On my TV.
Hey, ladies.
Guys,
Wow, Dr. Lou, right out of the gate.
Guys, it feels good to be retired. I mean, the most stressful decision of my day now involves choosing whether to eat regular M&Ms or peanut M&Ms. But guys, since I'm trying to do a little bit better, peanut is the obvious choice.
Absolutely. Everybody knows that. Trail mix.
Burgess and Bussy and the whole clan, it sure is great to see your faces. It's been a while since I've seen you guys, but I got to say that this retirement gig is pretty sweet. One of my favorite things about retirement is all the free time I have. I even have time to watch some regular news instead of watching sports 24/7.
Oh, really?
Yeah, guys, and speaking of news, did you guys see where 2 Mississippi State students were arrested for attempting to join ISIS?
It's sad.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy news. What's even crazier is that it turns out ISIS's targets did not stop there. You guys won't believe this, but federal investigators have confirmed to me that ISIS had also been recruiting Dan Mullen and John Wilburn.
Really?
That's right, guys. Apparently, ISIS was impressed with how well the duo bombed Mississippi State season last year.
Oh!
Boom, boom, boom.
He's out of the gate.
Oh, wow.
Good gracious.
Triple bomb boom. In all seriousness, though, guys, when asked why they didn't target students at Ole Miss, ISIS responded, and I quote, "Their drinking habits were a little too Catholic." Denominational booms.
Denominational boom.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow.
And guys, it's good. It really is. It's good to be back in there. It just feels good. So speaking of alcohol, how about Steve Sarkisian at Southern Cal?
Oh yeah.
Who is it?
Steve Sarkisian need a little bit more smart water over here. Steve Sarkisian, Southern Cal. I know you guys saw this, but at a campus pep rally, the intoxicated head coach took the microphone, slurring his words and shouting obscenities. Sarkisian has expressed his remorse after the episode, but I think we can all learn a valuable lesson from his incident.
Okay.
That's right. Mixing Trojans and alcohol is never a good idea.
Hey!
Isn't that right, Greg?
Not a good mix.
Nope.
Oh, wow. Not a good mix. Wow.
Gracious.
Boom. Sarkisian wasn't the only person to overindulge this summer. Just last week, Arkansas's freshman punter Blake Johnson was found intoxicated on campus at 1:39 in the morning, urinating on a light pole.
Oh,
it's a very, very strange. And guys,
I hope it had GFI on it.
yeah, guys, I was actually able to obtain a copy of Johnson's police report, and boy, was it strange to read. The arresting officer, upon arriving on the scene, stated that the punter was lined up in the pistol package.
Okay. Oh, my goodness.
Whoopee, soupy, Razorbacks.
Oh, wow.
Now, one of the biggest stories of the all season has been the upgrades on Auburn's campus, including a 190-foot by 57-foot video screen. You guys have seen this. It's actually the largest football video screen in the country by over 3,000 square feet. So
Wow. Good grief.
But guys, you know what they say about stadiums with big boards.
Oh no.
They're usually compensating for tiny trophy rooms.
Ah!
Boom.
Good point.
Boom.
Well, that's a
Hey,
boom.
we've got 2 national championships, but our board is bigger than yours. That's what Auburn is saying.
Oh, wow. How about that?
Speaking of tiny trophy rooms, how about that UAB football program? Since we talked last, President Ray Watts has both canceled and then reinstated the school's football team.
Right. Just,
Well,
just
what-
enough time to destroy it.
That's right. One of his conditions, though, was to raise enough funds to upgrade the school's weak athletic facilities. And guys, if you've seen their facilities, they're pretty pathetic, to say the least. Well, guys, I've got good news for the Blazer faithful.
Okay.
Fundraising is actually ahead of schedule, and Watts is following through on his promise with some state-of-the-art upgrades.
Oh, really?
To the UAB facility. Yeah,
Wow.
That's right, guys. Beginning in 2016, UAB's athletic facilities will offer recruits access to a Bowflex, free Wi-Fi, and a complimentary continental breakfast with a letter of intent.
A Bowflex. That's good. That is an upgrade, by the way. I've been in their weight room.
But guys, it doesn't stop there. Watts told me this is classified information. Watts told me
So
off.
this is below the radar.
Watts told me off the record, and I quote: "If next season goes well, we're considering a couple of shake weights for our weight room as well."
He's just trying to help.
That's it.
Dr. Watts.
Yep. He's very helpful.
Yeah.
And guys, we have to address the story of the offseason. Yes, New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah,
That's
sure.
right. After months of hearings and investigations, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell determined Brady was guilty of having footballs deflated to gain a competitive advantage.
Right, right.
We know this. Now, guys, I don't see what the big deal is with letting a little air out of the balls. I mean, Bruce Jenner did it and got his own TV show.
Dr. Lou.
Dr. Lou. You're ready to come in here edgy
That's my
today.
favorite one of the day.
Yeah, you're very edgy today.
That'll do it.
Get you a pop off that
Yeah,
water.
go
Get you a
ahead.
knock
Lou,
here. You had to
earned-
say Sarkeesian again.
You earned that,
I wish
that little pop.
Sarkeesian would go to Syracuse. I can't say that. I'm going to try.
Little edge on you to get started.
Guys, that Bruce Jenner story is just it's so bizarre. But speaking of bizarre, I actually had a pretty bizarre dream this summer.
Oh, really?
And I think I finally figured out what it means, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. I remember it like it was yesterday. June 26th, June 26, 2015. I was watching on TV as cameras were rolling. People were hugging in the streets. Rainbow flags were waving above the fruited plain. And as the sun began to set, 777 tiny leprechauns began to gravitate to the rainbows like bugs to a zapper. Not knowing why people were celebrating, but unable to contain their enthusiasm, the leprechauns began to chant, "Roy G. Biv, Roy G. Biv, Roy G. Biv." Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Yep.
Yeah, gotcha.
I wasn't with you. I'm there now.
You're there now? Well, suddenly they organized and marched through the streets like little toy soldiers, continuing their chant, "Roy G. Biv, Roy G. Biv, Roy G. Biv." The leprechauns arrived at the White House, but the lights were out. They stood outside the gates, and in unison they began to chant, "There ain't no party like a rainbow party. There ain't no party like a rainbow party."
It's a long dream.
Moved by their chanting, and a man named Barack opened the gates, and all 777 tiny leprechauns stormed the grounds. Then, with the flip of a switch, they lit the White House in rainbow lights. And then, at the front door, there appeared a pot of gold, and in it, a trophy. Guys, I can only interpret this as one thing. Mark my words. The University of Notre Dame Fighting Irish will win the 2016 college football championship.
Said it. It's done.
Well, that's it. I mean, what else could it mean? What else could it mean? Dr. Lou, thank you. We'll come back and discuss some of the games that will kick off the season tonight and through the weekend. And we'll get your expert analysis of these games. So we'll be back. More with Dr. Lou right after this. Dr. Lou, now we talk about some of the games. We get started at 5 o'clock Central today.
Guys, I'm like a kid in a candy store on Christmas morning.
Yes.
Something like that.
It's gonna be so much fun. This is the best time of year. Leaves are falling off the trees. It's just gets cool outside, a little nippy. It's just being on the couch, just watching some football with leprechauns. It's gonna be fun. Today I'm gonna camp out in front of the TV around what's say 5 o'clock tonight. Watch South Carolina Gamecocks dominate the North Carolina Tar Heels.
You think they'll dominate the Tar Heels?
Guys, I think South Carolina, they just got such a rich history. You can't discount the history of the South Carolina Gamecocks and how they'll be coming out to play. They'll come out to play. I think that Savelle Newton will lead the team to victory, and the fact that Marcus Lattimore is healthy again.
Yeah. You know, Rick, would you and Dr. Lou probably would agree? I would make the deal right now that it doesn't matter what school he's coaching at. We'll assume South Carolina for the rest of his career. Wherever Steve Spurrier is, he has to be the opening game every year. What do you think?
I like it, because especially if they won't do well, and then
and you get to hear the interview after.
That'd be great.
Last year, after that game, his interview was one of the, I think, all-time best. Rick, I can't. To me, it's number one. Do you know of one better?
No, it's my favorite right now.
He is intense.
Are you surprised that South Carolina only a 2.5-point favorite?
Well, you know, I'm not coaching there anymore, so it doesn't really surprise me as much as it might some people.
Right.
But I think that 2.5-point favorites about probably where it should lie. But I think the Gamecocks will come out and dominate, probably about 47 points.
If North Carolina wins, they promised all of an A, right? For the year.
That's exactly right. That's
I
exactly
like that. I like that. Louisville, Auburn, and the Chick-fil-A. That'll be the early afternoon game on Saturday.
Guys, Petrino comes back to the George Dome for the first time since he left them a breakup note on their lockers.
Yeah,
you know, this game has more side stories. You've got Petrino, who left the Falcons holding the bag, so to speak, in their mind. You've got the Petrino-Auburn deal that went on when they tried to get him back. You've got the fact he left Louisville, went out, did his thing.
Rode the dragon's tail.
So to speak. And now this is being
so good.
That and other things. A rehabilitation of his career. So, I mean, there's a lot of sideline stories in this.
So, who you like in this one?
Guys, I gotta say that I think Petrino's gonna come in there on his Harley, but he's gonna get knocked off by the Auburn Tigers, and it's not gonna be a pleasant fall. I think this could be a 20-point game. Auburn dominates the Louisville Cardinals.
We go to Jerry's house, Wisconsin, Alabama.
Guys, this one's tough, but Freddie Kitchens will be the difference. Alabama in overtime.
Arizona State, Texas A&M.
Let me tell you something here. I think Texas A&M is going to come off their big victory last year against the South Carolina Gamecocks at the beginning of the year. I think they're carrying that momentum over to this year. They still got it. A year doesn't take momentum away. I think the Texas A&M Maggies will come out and will surprise beat Arizona State. I'll tell you right now, guys, this game is going to define Texas A&M's entire season. I think if they win this game big, they might be a surprise favorite in the West.
I agree. They could be a dark horse in the national picture. They got the parts.
So now your beloved Notre Dame Fighting Irish
hosting the Longhorns.
Guys, I think Texas is gonna win this game. I know it's surprising, but I think they'll win by.
Why are you saying
by
that?
negative 300 points?
Just a minute. I thought you'd lost your Lou mind.
By negative 300 points. So I think Notre Dame 400 to 100. And
so you don't think Charlie's got the Longhorns turned around?
I think, you know, I'll tell you, I think Charlie Weiss on the other sideline. No, he's the better of the two Charlies. I think Notre Dame comes out there.
I gotta tell you guys, I know when I start thinking about Charlie Strong, it just they just ain't not doing anything. They had won in the big games there. Next Longhorns, I think they'll go for save next year.
Well said. Well said.
You know, I think this is a big game for Texas, Rick, because they have found themselves as the number 2 school in Texas now. Texas A&M has got a lot of the headlines. They've had a Heisman Trophy winner. They're in the Southeastern Conference. They've had a big inflow of money and building a lot of things, and I think this is going to be an important game for them to try to keep pace with the Aggies.
They might be number 4 team.
I was going to say
either that.
Well, that's true. Y'all remember when Baylor and TCU used to be everybody's homecoming game?
Well, according to sources, Texas is going to be building a big board sometime soon. So
Labor Day, number 1 preseason, the defending national champion.
Upset alert here, Rick.
Ohio State taking on Virginia Tech.
Guys, I want to believe that the Virginia Tech Hokey Pokeys are going to come out and win this ball game, but let me tell you something. Ohio State is the real deal. They got NFL talent all across the board. This game is going to be. I hate it because I love being on the couch watching a good football game on Labor Day. But I got to tell you, I got to tell you right now, this not even going to be close. Ohio State will win this by 3 touchdowns or more.
Dr. Lou, the 2015 edition has begun. You'll be with us on and off throughout the season. Yeah. Great to have you back.
Guys, it's just great to be back in the house again with the 2 sexy fat men and the 3 sexy CrossFit men.